Thank you very much for the opportunity to update on recent activities relating to the Gemini Alliance and to share some exciting news about senior leaders training in digital twin capabilities. An important part of our work at the DT Hub through our governance and operations teams is to get involved with the community to find out its needs and drive forward projects like the Gemini Skills Programme that will help make a difference. The Gemini activity is a good example of how we link with DT Hub working groups to realise change. As a quick recap, the Gemini initiative is being developed by the DT Hub and the community to address the skills gap as a barrier to digital twin adoption. But how do we know there is a skills gap? We hear that it is a challenge faced by all industries and at different levels, with the strongest evidence noted in the government response to its cyber-physical infrastructure consultation in 2022. It reads, "Skills was highlighted as a critical enabler across the breadth of technical and non-technical, from data engineers, software and hardware developers, systems architects and security experts, to organisational change, legal, procurement and cross-domain skills. There is recognition of both the existing and growing needs." Not only do we have this, but we also have a directive. The response highlights the convening power of the DT Hub to help advance the cross-sector vision for connected digital twins in its section on frameworks, and identifies skills of the critical enabler using the Cranfield Digital and Technology Solutions MSc as its case study. This summer, the DT Hub formalised a partnership with Cranfield University and, building out from its MSc, began a series of discussions with asset owners and infrastructure providers. The team also went back to the policymakers and consulted with those in the wider industries where digital twins can provide solutions. And in working with these groups, we've been able to create a model that will deliver focused training at different levels. You can see from this diagram how the DT Hub is creating a skills development framework built on existing skills and competency frameworks from the Centre for Digital Built Britain and others to address different depths and scales of learning. Our recently launched Data and Digital Twins e-learning course and the Gemini Skills training course, called Digital Twins for Senior Leaders, sits in the awareness and working areas of knowledge development. So our recent focus has been on leaders and future leaders in roles that will influence decision-making and organisational change. The Senior Leaders course addresses the digital twin skills gap by creating understanding and consensus in the market about digital twins, aligning demand and supply for digital twin competency, and by encouraging systems thinking as a solution. Of interest to the DT Hub community is how we can take the course and tailor it to sectors. We are creating a pilot programme in a first cohort of a transport-focused course. The course will deliver the what, why and how of digital twins as required by senior leaders in the transport sector, as it builds towards key outputs in the TRIB vision and roadmap to 2035. So I'm just talking about the support we had from DFT, and the approach we're taking for the pilot means we can focus on sector-specific use cases and bring in universal examples of good practice across other sectors. It paves the way for further bespoke cohorts based on a core curriculum of learning. The core course will focus on Gemini principles, Gemini papers, outputs from CDBB, the National Digital Twin Programme, knowledge from the DT Hub community, including case studies and insight, plus research outputs from Cranfield and recent e-learning. It brings in knowledge and expertise from academic and industry experts across the international field, and our intention is that the training becomes a baseline for competency in digital twin skills. A few more words on the pilot starting this week and what the attendants will gain from it, which will be far more than the Cranfield and Gemini certificate and digital badge. The pilot course will be attended by groups of delegates from DFT, Network Rail, Arup and Anglian Water as examples. Each week it will answer these important questions and give senior leaders the skills and knowledge founded on strong principles. At the same time, it will allow them to build a business canvas, a real strategy and a value framework to take back into their businesses and accelerate change. The course runs online for an hour and a half each week across 8 weeks and will launch fully on the 1st of February 2024. We are continuing to explore needs to structure further training across our skills model. Thank you.
So Catherine, first question for yourself. How would someone apply to be on this course?
Yeah, thank you. That's a very good question. For now, for the pilot, the registration is closed as it starts this week. However, you can register your interest in the course that starts on the 1st of February by following the link in the chat that John posted earlier. There's an article on the DT Hub that's all about the course itself and links to a registration of interest button. So we're collating all the names and then we're passing them through to Cranfield, and the Cranfield registration button will go live in the next couple of weeks. So from then on, it'll be via Cranfield.
Catherine, a question for yourself is, are you considering undergrad level sandwich courses?
Yes, that's a very good question. It's something we can explore with Cranfield. Their MSc certainly may lend itself to being blended with parts of our course. But in terms of timescale, it's probably longer term at this point. We are very keen to address every level of education, and undergraduate level, postgraduate level are all applicable.
Catherine, a question for yourself. Is there any information available about who's delivering the content of each module? If they're trying to use the speakers tab but no details come up.
Yes, absolutely. We're building this course and it's in pilot phase. So once everything is, we've moved into the launch phase, which is next year, that will all be available. For the time being, the course is being led by Professor John Arconju, I think is pronounced. Forgive me if it's not quite the right pronunciation. And senior team from Cranfield University, together with guest speakers. For example, we are inviting people to talk about the National Digital Twin Programme and also Credo, using experts externally, and that is a model that we're going to widen as the course progresses and we look at different sectors.